I'm Christina, president of Valor Payroll Solutions, and we are dedicated to bringing you payroll knowledge that you need. So why are IRS tax penalties so expensive? Well, there's a few different reasons. Number one, these taxes are not only employer-paid liabilities, but also money that you've collected from employees when processing their payroll. So if you're not remitting those taxes according to the IRS deposit schedule, you are in effect taking a free loan from the government, and they did not take kindly to that. If you do not pay your IRS taxes or your 941 taxes, they can charge you starting at 0.5% up to 25% of the tax that you owe. But there's also a failure to file penalty, and you'd think that the failure to pay would be taken more seriously, but it's actually the failure to file that they dislike more. And that penalty starts at 5% and also goes up to 25% of the tax owed. The reason for this is that if you as a business owner are not filing those returns, they feel that you may be hiding unpaid taxes. Whereas at least if you're filing the return, you're letting them know what you owe, even if you haven't yet remitted the payment. There's two deposit frequencies. A monthly deposit frequency is for those who have less than a $50,000 liability during the look-back period. The look-back period for 2023, for example, is going to be quarters 1 and 2 of 2022 and quarter 3 and 4 of 2021. So you add up the liability on each of those 941s, and if it was more than $50,000, you're a semi-weekly depositor. If it was less than $50,000, you are a monthly depositor. Monthly depositors have to remit those tax payments on the 15th of the month for the prior month's liability. Semi-weekly depositors, on the other hand, have to turn around and remit those tax payments a few days after the pay date each time they process payroll. So again, the IRS takes their taxes, both the filings and the payments, very seriously. More than 70% of the Treasury's annual revenue comes from what payroll processors collect and remit through payroll. So that's a huge chunk of their budget. And again, if you are not making those necessary payments on time, you are in effect taking a free loan from the government, and they do not take kindly to that. Keep in mind that even if you cannot pay, you should still file the tax return, and that will have less penalties than both not filing and not paying. And if you find yourself in trouble with the IRS, you definitely want to pay attention to the notices that you receive and respond promptly. Double check that what they're saying matches your records and send them a response via regular mail. Another thing that business owners often don't know is that you can sometimes request an abatement of penalties and interest. Now, in my experience, this is usually a one-time deal, meaning if you've already done that in the past, you probably won't have the option to do it again. But if you've never taken advantage of a penalty and interest abatement with the IRS for your payroll taxes, and you find that you're in trouble with them now, that may be a good place to start. Simply write a letter requesting abatement of the penalties and interest, include the time period and the reason why the filing or the payment or both were not remitted on time. Now, the IRS is pretty slow, but they are working towards electronic options for most things, which is very exciting. But keep in mind, anytime you have to work with the IRS, it is going to be a long process that usually involves regular mail, at least for the time being. As always, if you have payroll questions, I would love to answer them. Feel free to drop your questions below or reach us online at valorpayrollsolutions.com. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button.